I am Dr. Sudhir Shah, obstetrician and gynecologist from Rajkot, Gujarat. Today I have selected a subject on smart obstetric practice. It's a slideshow movie with commentary. It includes to manage antenatal and delivery patients only and not all the aspects of obstetrics and gynec practice. These are just practical points coverage and not on any academic grounds. It is just out of my 30 years experience as an obstetrician. The best period of our life as a medical student was intensive time. Not to appear in any exams, not to read, only fun and stress-free clinical learning. The only worry those days was which branch to select for our post-graduation. Lucky we all that we selected obstetrics and gynec for our masters. This is the best branch to practice in future. Though little hard during our residency time, but best to prove later when we go for private practice. Obstetric is the best branch to do a private practice for many reasons. It is a direct practice. Pregnant patients come directly to obstetricians. No family physicians in between. Generally, it is a local area practice as patients prefer the nearby maternity hospital to their residence. It is a physiological practice. Patients age of 20 to 40 comes with pregnancy. It is ongoing process of the life. It is a family practice. If we have good 200 joint families with us, our obstetric practice will run forever. It is a happiness spreading branch as patients go home with new arrival baby, most times in the happiest mood. And it is the only practice where obstetricians receiving packets of sweets when the patients are being discharged. Selection of area. This is particularly for new friends starting a new hospital. Please select thickly populated residential area. No need to be at commercial place, but better it is on the main road as all passers in vehicle will notice the hospital. The hospital board should be a big and attractive. Individual independent place is preferred than on the first or second floor of multiple business building, as privacy is preferred in our patients. Please select middle or upper middle class residential area as they are literate and having good paying capacity. Now time to start the practice. As a matter of fact, we learn most clinical and surgical aspects of the routine obstetric practice requirements during our 3 years residency. So do not need to waste more time in after passing our MD or MS examination, and soon we can start our private practice. Ideally, 2 obstetricians working together is the best combinations, more so if the husband and wife both are gynecologists. Plan the hospital premises in such a way that it is comfortable, attractive and serving all our purposes to make our hospital number one. Ground floor OPD is most preferable as pregnant patients have not to use the staircase. Ground floor having at least 3 consulting rooms, 1 reception area and a large waiting room. Better to have a small toilet outside the entrance for the patients to use. If space permits, plan small collection laboratory, a medical store outside the premises, and 1 small room in waiting area for admin and accountant. Waiting area should be very clean and quiet. No much furniture or wall hanging or useless photos. Only 1 wall TV to run the video of our hospital in local language regarding facility and instruction so waiting patients can read that. No music or sound in that video. Waiting chairs of good plastic quality is preferred to sofa set as chairs can be washed and cleaned on every weekend. First floor should be with labor room, operation theatre, 1 waiting room, immediate transfer room, a room for staff, a room for relatives to sit, a room for autoclave and storeroom. Doctor room separately is also most preferable. Second and third floor may have 6 special rooms having attached toilets and preferably air-conditioned rooms. No need to keep general ward. Our patient should be trained for special rooms with all facilities given to them. Keep good magazines and small booklets about pregnancy care, etc. to read for the patients in the waiting room. Video of TV includes photos of doctors, main staff, admin, so patient can recognize them easily. 1 special sweeper must clean the floor of waiting room round the clock to maintain cleanliness. Nice flavor spray should be used every 30 minutes. Keep facilities for the drinking water. All the patients, medical representatives and even doctors should keep their shoes outside the entrance door, as shoes are most times infected with staphylococcus. Now consulting rooms must be very spacious with enough space for relatives to sit as they are the most important for us. Examination room should be well equipped, spacious and with sonography. 2 consulting rooms are for obstetricians and 1 extra for neonatologists, physiotherapists, dietitians, anesthetists who can use that as needed and required. Everything patient needs must be under 1 roof so patients have not to go elsewhere for minor consultations. That's why neonatologists should visit 1 hour every day at decided time, who can visit indoor and can see follow-up newborns at our premises only. Same way physiotherapists and dietitians. The new concept is keeping well-spaced and well-equipped beauty parlor at ground floor with separate entrance but can be attached to waiting room. Beauty parlor should have same name as a hospital. The idea is We cannot advertise our hospital, but beauty parlor can advertise with the same first name. Many waiting patients can take service of beauty parlor. Many girls and women may also otherwise can come to beauty parlor and have a look to the nursing home, and they feel friendly with the premises so that they are our future patients at the nursing home. Beauty parlor is very well earning department. We can appoint few expert beautician and run that business too. Outpatient department consists of reception area, an admin's chamber, and staff helping the doctors. Reception staff should be well looking, well behaved, calm, quiet, and mature. First impression of hospital begins from reception staff. There should be minimum 2 staff to manage old as well as new patients. Many queries will come from the patient which should be replied quietly with smiling face. Better management is to give a form with some questions about patient's name, age, marital status, main complaints, past history, any surgery before, etc. Details to be filled up by them in local language. They can do that while sitting in waiting area. Give them pen and supportive pad. Also ask them to write their Aadhaar card number and get the Aadhaar card if they have, xeroxed it and return the original as in the hotel receptions they do. Filled up form will help the doctor inside and will save important 10 minutes, plus it is patient's handwritten what the main problem is, to be useful in future if any medical legal problems. It is better to keep 2 files of patients, one to keep at hospital and one to give them. The one we keep at hospital may have doctor's history taking, that form, Aadhaar card copy, sonography report, examination findings of the doctor, and the investigations report. This is to be kept at our hospital as many patients do not bring all the papers while coming for the follow-up. In patient's file, only prescriptions to be given with follow-up date. Give all previous files of other doctors back to the patients. Usually patient comes with mother or mother-in-law. They may have more questions, but give them enough respect as they are very important decision makers in the family. One admin come PRO should be there in OPD. They look after every part of outdoor activities, waiting areas, and they should satisfy the patients and also solve the reception's queries. They can provide small booklet in local language about hospital of the patient. They are in fact troubleshooters as a whole. Their role is very important in management part of hospital, taking care of doctors, staffs, patients, managing stocks, duties list, medical store issues, etc. Now some special things about doctor's consulting room. Doctor has to pass many hours of his life in this consulting room. So it should be spacious, ventilated, air conditioned, clean and neat. There should be attached room to relax with good toilet and wardrobe. Can have shower and change of dress if required. There should be a desktop with software, internet in the consulting room. CCTV and 2 female staffs is proper. The form filled up by patient should reach the doctor before she enters. So, in 1 or 2 minutes, doctor knows the main complaints and history. Use software or stationery to write history and findings. It is difficult to remember all the names of medicines, so keep a file and give either printed report or well written clean prescriptions with capital letters for medical name. The stationery should include the name of doctor, hospital and medical registration number. Now counseling is most important, so develop communication skill. Read book on that and attend workshops too. Give 10 to 15 minutes to each patient and they should be satisfied before they leave the consulting room. Do not give much alternatives to the patients. They like confident doctors and not with ifs and buts doctor. Do not give any guarantee for anything. Explains to the relatives also and do it genuinely. Charges signal should be between the doctor and reception staff. Do not hesitate to charge enough. You are consultant and you should know your importance. For some patient psychology, the more you charge, the better doctor you are. Free has no value and meaning. If you have to give any samples, give in half dosage tablets. One staff sister should be allotted to the patient till she leaves the hospital. That sister should explain medicine follow-up, check the payment has been done, and should accompany to the gate or to the medical store. It is really important. Check the F form again before the patient leave your consulting room. Please do not entertain any phone calls when you are talking and counseling with the patients. Disciplined, well-dressed doctors are always liked by the patients. Smile a lot and be soft-spoken. Even the examination procedures should be quiet and gentle. Give full respect to the patient and minimum 1 staff and 1 female relative in examination room. More so if doctor is male obstetrician. For doctor's health, I recommend to go outside the consulting room every 30 minutes to have fresh air in the open area and even 5-minute walks. So, friends, this is the end of part 1 of Smart Obstetric Practice. In the next part 2, we will be discussing how to manage antenatal patients during 9 months, how to manage staff, something about joint practice, how to manage medical representatives, medical store management, labor room management, operation theatre management, documentation, discharge procedures, and others important aspects of our day-to-day obstetric practice. So please do not miss the part 2.